Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Friday the 13th on this happy September 10th, 2005, 6. I don't know. What is it, y'all? Is it 2000? It's 2000 and something, isn't it? How's everybody doing, first and foremost? Hopefully everybody's doing wonderful. I hope you girls are doing grand. I am doing really well myself. Uh-oh. Do I have the wrong chat? Hold on, y'all. I got the wrong. Hold on. What chat is that? Oh, both chats are working. I tell you what, honey. This thing does what it wants to do, doesn't it? All right, hold on. We've got chat right here, so we don't need that chat, right? There we go. Sorry about that, girls. All right, girls, how is everybody doing? Hopefully y'all are doing good. Let me scroll up real fast. Let me look at my chat box over here on this lovely cheap Windows tablet. Hello, Impeccable, Olivia, Fat in Hollywood. Share. Oh, I got the hiccups, honey. Do y'all ever have the hiccups sometimes? You just can't get rid of them. And then you're like, oh my God, maybe if I get somebody to scare me, I'll get them to go away. But then you can't find anything that's really that scary, except if Trump was reinstated as president, and that would be really scary. So that might be something that actually might work. But well, I don't think it's going to work. All right. So we've got Sherry G in the house. We got Fat in Hollywood. We got Tommy. We've got an N, honey. Wayne, let's see, scrolling, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, did you like the intro, honey? Glad. I knew you would. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Lou, honey, how are you doing? Kevin, hello, honey. Hello. We have Mitty in the house. I'm still scrolling. Berg in the house. We've got Pricey Pranks, another wonderful YouTuber. Make sure you go give him a sub and a like. Olivia, honey, how are you doing? Orlean's in the house. Donnie's in the house. Berg's in the house. Dylan G's in the house. I always get you and some other Dylans mixed up, honey. Fat in Hollywood's in the house. Did I say that already? I don't remember. Eric in the house. Damien in the house. Hope I pronounced your name right. Veronica in the house. So many girls are in the house. You made a pumpkin of Charlotte's Web today. What do you mean, honey? Oh, you made a pumpkin. Oh, I bet you that was gorgeous, Joanne. Hello, Tori, honey. Joanne, is it on your Instagram, honey? I'll have to check it. All right, girls, we're gonna get this party started. Hope y'all are doing well. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video, hit the like button. And also make sure that you are, you have the notification bell on, and you gotta ring it to ding it or something like that. All right, everybody. Hope y'all like this new layout. This is my new layout I worked on. I really worked. I spent $600 of my Medicaid money to make this layout. $600. It took 2 weeks it just went through so many different boards of protocols. It really has. All right, girls. I'm going to stop these lies one day. One day I'm going to stop these lies. All right, girls. Let me turn on my grandma font. Grandma font activated. All right. Grandma font activated. Hopefully y'all can hear me good. And you can see the chat good on the screen. All right, girls. Oh, my God. You were unsubscribed, Olivia. Oh, my God. I hope they're not hacking into the mainframe. I am so ready for this new Matrix film, y'all. Really, I am really ready for this new Matrix film. I think it's going to be so good. Seriously, so good. I just finished my shift at the Barkerville General Hospital, and it is something to be seen. All right, let's take a look at some of these public freakouts, and then we are going to get into some deeper stuff, especially one of these videos a lovely listener and follower, Jay, sent me. Hopefully, Jay, you're in the house tonight watching. I hope you are. All right, let's take a look at this. It says, this has got to be in Texas. This has got to be in Texas. See what this thing is.
They were starting a rumor that we had an abortion and that it was somebody else's on my team's page.
Oh my God! Stop. Okay, that really shook me. Okay, let's start it. Now I understand why it says this has to be in Texas. Okay.
They were starting a rumor that we had an abortion and that it was somebody else's on my team's page. She cheated on me, and we had an abortion to hide it. They put a fucking hanger on the ball to say that we had an abortion. All right? I'm fucking livid. If you want to kick me out of here, I don't give a shit.
So this is exactly what I thought would happen with this BS law or bill, whatever the crap you want to call it. So somebody started a rumor that I guess him and his mistress or wife had an abortion, and now people are turning on each other. I knew this would happen, obviously.
I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Oh.
I can say that. They put a fucking hanger on the ball saying we had an abortion. We had a fucking miscarriage.
Oh my God, his wife. I'm sorry for saying mistress. So his wife had a miscarriage. That is so horrible. This is not what I thought it was. And so, but I figured this would happen too. Because how do you know? Like these people are going to easily want the $10,000. And if you don't know what's going on in Texas, girls, look it up. Okay, because it's a real. I don't want to get on here and explain it, but it's really horrible. Basically a ban of abortion, which is beyond. I don't even understand how this has happened. Why are we still fighting this? But anyways, so apparently his wife had a miscarriage, which is something that, oh my God, I couldn't imagine having to deal with that. And for somebody in this team to say that it was an abortion, that is just shameful. Texas is literally becoming a handmaid's tale. Totally agree, Barb.
Shit. All of you are fucking guilty of being a part of this shit.
Yeah.
Joking about fucking miscarriages, you piece of shit.
That is just so horrible. These people are insane. All this for $10,000? Really? Really? Was it worth it? Was it worth it doing that? I'm guessing that's why they're doing it. So now when somebody, has a miscarriage, can you imagine having a miscarriage and you're just so depressed, and then for somebody to say you wouldn't have an abortion so they can try to get $10,000? So sick of America. Get your act together, America. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see what this one is. What to look for pizza found patriotism. All right. Probably because they wanted that $10,000, Olivia. But yeah, right. Just awful people. Because people are horrible. Oh, God.
Get the fuck out. You should get fired. I'm going to call and complain about you, bitch. What's your name? What's your name? Patriotism all the way. Fuck you. Just
Patriotism.
because you're marching to the same fucking drum as Nazis. You can
Nazis. Oh, I love this time they're calling people Nazis because they wear masks.
do with Hitler.
Oh, Lord. Would you really feel comfortable eating someone's pizza after you called them a Nazi, honey?
Fuck you. I'm a patriot.
You're a patriot? We're going to make your own pizza.
Fuck you. For the Proud Boys?
Oh, she's a Proud Boy now. God, this is what is going? It's like the breakdown of society. Public freakout used to be so fun, it used to be just normal freakouts. And now it's like always just crazy people. Crazy people. Jesus. All right, let's see. Flight attendant on a plane is annoyed at passengers for not wearing the mask. Lord.
It's a 46-minute flight. Y'all look tired, and we see you without your face covering. I know it's a 46-minute flight. Y'all look tired. We already established that, so you might fall asleep. If that face covering is not on your face properly, I will.
Oh, her eyes are perfect. Look at those eyelashes.
I will be annoying. We don't have to be annoying, but I will be.
Oh, I'm loving her.
I already see some noses right now, and we got COVID tests on board. We will swab you. Okay, it's gonna be free. We're gonna need you.
Okay, see, I love her. She was handling it the right way. She wasn't, too confrontational about it, but she was very direct. That's the way you handle it. All right, let's see what else we got. Up. Oh, this was the next one. Okay, I already had this one lined up. All right, so this guy, they're going to act like he's famous, and they go into the mall. Have y'all ever I'm 68 years old, and I've always fantasized, in a good way, not in a non-Christian manner. I don't fantasize like that, but I'm a 68-year-old woman of the Lord, but I've always fantasized, like, if I could just pay a few people to run around me at, at the Home Depot or something, and and be like, oh my God, Debbie, 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 let me get your autograph, and just to see if we can get a crowd. So that's what these kids are going to do. Tori says, a week ago, someone stole from my shop, and I confronted them, and they said they did not. When he looked at me a while, oh, hell to the, there is nothing more. Tori, I'm guessing you run a small business. Oh, honey, that really, oh, honey. I mean, stealing's wrong. Stealing is wrong, no matter if it's a big company or small company. But when you're really ripping off a small business, oh, honey, it's next level burning hell. Oh, honey.
And today, we're going to make him look like he's famous in public. Let's get it, baby. Yo, Grant, please, one picture.
First, we make
Grant,
noises.
One picture. Grant, yo, is it Grant? Grant, no.
Look at this.
Grant.
It shows our society just, it doesn't matter if we know who the celebrity is or isn't. People just fawn for celebrity because they crave that attention. Here's looking at you, Deb.
Grant.
Even the security believed it.
This is Grant.
I thought that was so cute, though. I mean, obviously it could get dangerous really quick for these guys, but I thought it was cute. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like anybody got hurt. All right, there's a few more that. When your friend slips a giant dildo into your hand luggage for the TSA to find, it's okay to freak on. Look at him. I would be so angry. I would be so angry. Oh, look at her face. She's so red. She's so red.
It's all Ryan's fault.
She's shaking.
I'm dead.
And that thing was huge. Did y'all see that thing? She's about to cry. Oh, I felt so bad for her.
Turn that fucking thing off.
Probably once they get out of the airport, and off the plane, honey, it's either going to go two ways. She's going to just love her as a friend, or the friendship's going to end. Like, there's only two ways this can go, Like, literally after they get through the next security checkpoint off the plane, baby, she is going to shake her or love her. All right, let's see. We've seen that one. Skynet Beta. This dude is supposed to be a smart robot, and he's out here mowing people down. No! Oh my God! What? They had to have put that thing on that escalator, which is really crappy because, that tech's not cheap. Oh my God! Living said he went bowling. Well, at least we know the robots aren't coming for us anytime soon, right? Lady freaking out about how Satan worshiping equals mask mandates at a bookstore in Boston. All right, let's check her out.
My world is a part of, because why? They're Satanists.
Satanists.
I serve Jesus, not Satanists. So when anybody tell you to not breathe, that's somebody who's trying to kill you. Why? Because they serve Satan, which is the devil, and the devil's not friends with anybody. He's a liar. So therefore, meaning he's a liar. Our government has to be liars. And but them telling you guys to not breathe, that's trying to kill you. Why? Because they're liars and they're Satanists. Do your research, people. I'm sitting here going.
The worst term, like, do your research. Can we ban that? I'm so sick of hearing, do your research. Honey, that ain't research, okay? Reading some crazy conspiracy up on the Reddit, that is really not no research, honey. All right, let's see. College student confronts a cop who gave him a ticket. Let's see. Texas school board meeting last night. Want to hear this white lady? Oh, no, we're not going to play that. Apparently she says the N-word. Definitely not playing her. Hopefully she gets in trouble. Oh my God. That guy set his poop on fire, apparently. What is this? See, I'm always scared to play some of this stuff because I'm like, oh, it could be, you know, people getting hurt. I definitely don't want to play that. Okay, this is, he screams at a student for yawning. Oh, I missed that sound. That's the old Mac sound when you turned up the Mac. Y'all remember this?
Telegram is anyway.
Y'all remember that sound? God, I missed that sound. Impeccable. Do your own research, honey.
No, I want to know. Stand up.
Uh-oh.
We'll stay here until either that person admits who it is or the person sitting around them tells me who it is.
I miss that sound. I love it too. Uh-oh.
Nobody knows?
Uh-oh. Hello, TMC, honey.
Here?
Okay, wait a minute now. How the hell did he hear a yawn out of like, this is pre-corona, obviously, but there was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10, because there was another row. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this right here is 100. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 150 people just in this section right here. Oh my God. He's got some good ears, honey.
I've been hearing it in this room like regularly.
Have you?
And I'm not sure I believe that.
You know, most people do not act this way in college, though. If, like, somebody is acting up in class, it happens in high school, middle school, elementary school. But college, honey, they're paying so much money. Hello, Billy, honey. Everybody remember to hit that like button, honey. Or if you're watching this on your TV, hit your TV.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My bad side is as bad as my pleasant side is pleasant.
My bad side is as bad as my pleasant side.
All right, don't push me that way. I like to keep things informal in here as much as possible, but understand where the difference between informal and impolite is.
Oh, honey,
I won't tolerate
come on.
impolite. If I hear one more of these overly loud yawns, get up and walk the hell out. Yawn outside. Stay out of class. Whatever it is you need to do to get over it. I want to know why 220 other people in this room don't
Oh, my math's pretty good, y'all.
find the need to do that.
I could probably do Trump's inauguration numbers.
And you should be asking yourself, why am I the one loser that has to do that? And 220 other people know better. Don't push me to this point again.
And he's probably making, you know, over $100,000 a year, probably more. Honey, you should be happy. So what if that most college professors, if you do something wrong, they don't care, they're still getting paid? They'll tell you quick, it's your education. You're paying for it.
All right.
With interest.
Now, if that didn't ruin the tone for the rest of the class.
Is she just sitting on top of the desk? Right? Like, what's going on right here? Princess Leia, is that you?
By the way, if somebody wants to anonymously tell me who it is, please do.
Oh, my God. Is it really?
A kilobyte.
Kilobyte. And he's teaching, like, some type of tech class. It ain't that serious. Toxic and homophobic in real life streamer is thrown out of a furniture store for Mississippi. I don't know if I want to play this. Yeah, I don't want to play it if he says slurs. What is this? Hold on. Oops, I messed it up. I'm here for my scheduled oil change. Oh my God! Honey! What? Oh my God! Did the guy really just jump out of the car after he did this? Or was that somebody that worked there? Oh my God. I'm hoping that's... See, it's hard to tell if that's like that person. Oh my Jesus. Could you imagine? Do you think you'd still get in trouble if you took the drink outside of the building without paying though? I'd be worried about that. Be like, oh my God, I just ran with what I had in my hand. Am I going to get in trouble? Is it not going to back up? All right, let's see what else we got. And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, this is it. Oh, here we go. Down in one.
Jesus, honey, oh my God. Oh, that's too much, honey. That's just too much. I don't know. Oh, they're doing the Handmaid's Tale up there. Let's see. Caught in the act.
Camera recording.
No, oh my God. You were too young to be stealing packages. Stop that. Oh my God. She threw that package. Jesus. What if, like, you ordered a mail order bride? Honey, could you imagine? Okay, let's see. I think we're going to be done with these. Yeah, see, they get too violent. They just get too violent, y'all. All right, next, we're going to check out Jay's video, girls. All right, this is a USDA food safety video, no mystery food manager study. I think it's from 1987. 1987, here we go.
Right, but in a way, Captain was hurt and needed my help. I was working the evening shift when I got the call. The captain was hurt and needed my help. The dispatcher didn't know exactly what was wrong, only that it was serious. It was serious, all right, but in a way I never expected. At that point, I'd never even heard of foodborne illness.
What?
I'm Sergeant Turner, City Police. Where did he get hit?
Oh my God.
Stomach.
Oh,
Lower intestinal tract. Every place from the neck down. You name it.
Where did he get hit?
They got me there.
Why is he looking at him like that?
Illness.
Is he gonna hit on him?
Food poisoning. This is one form of it, Staphylococcus aureus.
Courtesy of Gabe's Great American Bar and Grill.
Dr. Proctor.
Food poisoning? Is that all, Captain? I thought it was something serious.
Take it from me, Turner. If you ever get it, you'll find out. It's serious.
There are more than 2 million cases of foodborne illness in this country every year,
God, she knows so much, doesn't she?
Sergeant. Some people actually die from it. I'd call that serious.
Dr. Travers.
This is Health Inspector Bryant. She's an expert on food safety. She's going to inspect Gabe's kitchen. I want you to go with her.
Me? I don't know anything about food safety.
You're going to learn.
One thing you'll learn is that food products in this country are almost always safe and wholesome. Foodborne illness is usually caused by improper handling or preparation of those products by consumers in the home, or in this case, food service workers.
Blame it on the minimum wage workers.
A ham salad food platter for lunch. His name is Benny.
I just don't see how this is a police case, sir.
It's not. It's only a police case because it happened to the chief, honey.
Another customer, he was looking for other jobs in a nursing home, a school, even a hospital.
Think of what foodborne illness would do to people who are very old.
Or very young.
Or seriously ill.
Yeah, I understand. I guess that could be pretty scary.
Yeah,
somebody
real
could die.
Scary.
That's what makes it a police case. And that's why I asked the health department to team you up with Inspector Bryant.
It's giving me like flashbacks right now to that horrible episode on Nine Perfect Strangers on the Hulu. Ugh.
A few days.
That dream
Get
sequence.
a sample of the ham salad. Close down Gabe's kitchen if Inspector Bryant thinks it's necessary. Find out what's wrong and locate this Benny character before something terrible happens.
Yes, sir. I'll find Benny. You can rely on me. But I still don't know anything about food safety.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I'll show you everything you need to know, step by step. Believe me, food safety is no mystery.
Food mystery. Food safety is no mystery. Sanitation.
I never thought about sanitation when I ate at Gabe's, but Inspector Bryant told me that good sanitation was essential to a safe food service operation.
Okay.
The organisms that cause food poisoning are invisible, but can be eliminated by following some basic rules. The problem was...
Oh, my God.
Gabe ignored those rules.
He's smoking a cigarette and coughing over the soup. Honey. Oh, my God. And wearing a wife beater.
Hey, Gabe. Sergeant Turner, what brings you around so late?
The captain's in the hospital with food poisoning. And I'm looking...
Oh, what is that duty on it? Look at that.
Looking for Benny.
Benny?
Benny and the Giants.
That's right, Gabe. The same Benny I've warned you about time
Oh,
and
my
time
God.
again.
This is Inspector Bryant from the Health Department.
He knows. Gabe and I go way back, don't we, Gabe?
You're not going to close me down just because one person got sick.
Who said anything about closing you down, Gabe? We just want a sample of...
This is what I talk about when there's too much rouge, okay? Like in the 80s, honey, girl, everybody just rouge on the cheek, all the way up the cheek, on the forehead, around the forehead, down the jawline. It's too much rouge, honey.
Your ham salad for analysis.
Uh-oh.
And a line on Benny. But since I'm here...
Oh, he's pissed.
Why don't I just inspect the operation? You know the drill, Gabe.
Ah, look at
We'll
his
start with
apron.
personal hygiene. Smoking while preparing or serving food is prohibited. It contaminates your fingers, and any food you might touch with your fingers can also become contaminated. Smoking also introduces foreign substances such as ashes, cigarette butts, and matches into an environment which should be made scrupulously clean.
That's
And there
right.
are other obvious problems with personal hygiene here, Sergeant, such as no hairnet or...
I brought that up the other night at that Hardy's training video. Y'all remember? No hairnet.
cap to keep hair out of the food.
Oh, and his hair looks so greasy.
Customers don't like eating hair.
Well, some do because you can floss while you eat. You know, some people need to floss.
The soiled shirt and apron represent an even bigger problem. If, for example, Gabe handled raw meat or poultry, especially if it contained dangerous bacteria such as salmonella, then wiped his hands on the apron itself could be a source of food poisoning
That's
bacteria.
right.
Of course, we might have less to worry about if we thought Gabe washed his hands after touching anything that might be a source of contamination. Dirty plates, the telephone,
Panties.
raw meat or poultry.
Poultry. Oh, I love the way she delivered that line. Raw meat to poultry. It's very Madonna-like.
His nose.
Oh?
But the hand-washing sink doesn't seem to be readily accessible.
Oh, she pushed him.
This is...
You know who the Gabe guy looks like? He looks like, from Moonstruck, alternate to Cher. Oh, God, I can't think of his name. He was so dirty looking in that movie.
Definitely not accessible. All conscientious food service professionals know the importance of cleaning hands.
That's
Right,
right.
Leo?
Nicolas Cage. Thank you, Joanne.
They know they should use soap and warm water, lather for at least 20 seconds.
Ah, just what the Apple Watch suggests.
That's 20 seconds, Leo.
Ow! Are they really using bars? Oh, God. Bars. I mean, which there shouldn't be any bacteria on bar soap, but still. Oh, it just seems wrong, doesn't it? I mean, not if you're using it just for yourself, but sharing it with others. Oh, my God.
Rinse clean and then...
It's like sharing tampons. We used to do it back in the day, but I just don't suggest it. I just don't. I really don't. You know, just only with your classical duties.
Dry their hands on a single service towel. Of course, it doesn't matter how thoroughly you wash your hands.
Now, it is interesting. She said a single serving towel, because there were some places back in the 90s and 80s where they had the devices that were basically just a loop of reusable, like a reusable dish rag that was a constant loop, and it would just, you would dry your hands, pull it down, get more of the dry. Does anybody remember that? Anybody remember that? It was just a hand towel that just kept looping around and around, the same one. So everybody at the place, the business, would use the same one.
If you have an open cut or sore.
Oh, a sore.
Tell me about Benny.
I didn't want to hire him. I was short of help.
Counters should be cleaned promptly, especially if they come into contact with potentially dangerous product.
What is that?
After a thorough
The hell
cleaning,
was
they
that,
should
a
be
branch?
sanitized with a cleaning cloth that has been soaked in a sanitizing solution at least twice as strong as you would use for pots.
Okay. I give up. What do you want to know?
Where's Benny?
Throw that in the trash, Leo.
I remember he said he was going to go to the nursing home that was near the big shopping mall.
That's better. We should be able to locate that. You haven't got a picture of him, have you?
Yeah, maybe.
Hold on, girls. I want to show y'all this. This is what I was talking about. You see this? You see that? Literally, it was just a hand towel that just kept looping back and through. I kid you not. And you would share this. This was in like rest areas. This thing was in a lot of places. And I just so disgusting. I know I wouldn't use it. I just wouldn't. Honey, I would take my hands after I washed them and I put them on my blouse or my girdle or on my pants, honey, on my dress. I wasn't using that damn thing. Oh, and it was always so nasty and heavily stained. People would rub their boogers on it. Oh, my God. I don't understand how this is even legal. I really don't. Oh, my God. Pricey Pike says they still have those in the UK. Honey, that's disgusting.
Thanks, Gabe.
Oh, I had a moment. Sorry,
But
y'all.
don't expect me over for lunch.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, he doesn't always look that bad.
Was that Nick Avocado?
Generally,
Expect me over for lunch.
That looks... Doesn't that look like Nick Avocado?
Anytime soon.
oh, he doesn't always look that bad. He generally spiffs himself up when he goes out looking for work.
You should have spiffed up your kitchen some, Gabe. Even if the ham salad is okay. You've got an awful lot of violations here.
But I gave the sergeant what he wanted.
He did play ball. He even gave me a picture of Benny.
Oh, Benny. I salute your sense of...
Is he hitting on him? I get a vibe both of these guys are down low.
...of civic responsibility, Gabe, but I'm going to have to file this report, and that will close you down.
Wait a minute. I thought we had a deal here.
I did promise that I'd talk to you.
And you have. But I don't make deals when it comes to the public health.
Oh, honey.
On the other hand, if you were to close down voluntarily for a few days, I'd be glad to come back and conduct a new inspection.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll close down.
Okay.
And as soon as I take
Yeah, this is sister moment.
a sample of the ham salad, you will throw the rest in the garbage.
Okay.
Good. Now go close down the dining room.
By the time we left, even I knew something about sanitation and personal hygiene. Harmful bacteria and microorganisms are everywhere in the kitchen. To prevent the spread of these dangerous bacteria, the kitchen and the workers in it should be stripped
Well, honey,
or
duh.
after
Food preparation.
morning. I knew nothing about food preparation.
Oh,
I couldn't
Jesus.
tell the danger zone from the twilight zone.
Oh, Lord. Look at that car. Could you imagine getting hit by that car? Jesus. Feel bad for that girl I ran over in the 80s. It's horrible.
Only I was determined to be as hard-nosed
Mr. Harm.
and professional as Inspector Bryant. She had pressured Gabe to close down for good reason. Now, the principal danger was Benny. I had to find him before he
Is this the school for the X-Men?
contaminated another operation with his uninformed approach to food safety. Inspector Bryant was sure that this particular nursing home would never have hired him, but
Oh my God, he's cooking in a nursing home?
I wasn't going to take any chances.
Hello, Robert.
Hello, Inspector Bryant.
This is Sergeant Turner.
We're looking for Mrs. Kim.
Well, she just left on an errand.
She runs the kitchen, doesn't she?
Well, she's in charge of food service operation. I run the kitchen.
Okay, now seriously, what if this is in the Stephen King universe and this is the guy from the Overlook Hotel, the chef from the Overlook? Could you imagine?
Then can you tell me if this fella stopped by for a job interview yesterday?
What's he charged with?
Nothing, Robert. We just need to find him.
So how about it, Robert? Did you see him or not?
Well, I not only saw him, I smelled him, too.
Oh?
So did you hire him?
Now, that's an insult. I run a quality operation. I wouldn't hire someone like that.
Look how clean it is in there.
Really wouldn't, Sergeant.
Does she look like Benny?
No, she doesn't.
Clean uniform, proper hairnet, clean hands. You probably just washed your hands.
Why'd she point to her John when she said that?
Clean uniform, proper hairnet, clean...
See, she's pointing at her John.
Clean hands.
That's not her hands, Annie. That's her lady hands.
You probably just washed your hands, didn't you?
Yeah, right. Now that I have to make salad, I'm going to wash them again.
So she won't contaminate the salad with bacteria from the raw meat.
Very impressive. However, we will take a look around, won't we, Inspector?
Does he really need to wear a hat that tall? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you're the chef. Just wear a small hat. Honey, you're not going to be able to walk into the next room like that.
If you don't mind, Robert.
Sure. My pleasure. Let's have a look. As you can see, we're having meatloaf for lunch, but supper tonight is special. Tonight, we're serving a complete turkey dinner.
Oh.
Now, this turkey breast is ready to cook. We've thawed 8 of these in the refrigerator over the last couple of days. Usually we have a real good idea of how many meals we're going to need, so it's easy to plan ahead and thaw in the refrigerator. Tonight's an exception. Residents can invite friends and relatives as guests, and we're not sure about the count until the last minute.
Did they really need to do a voiceover for this?
Do you thaw all of your meat and poultry products this way?
Almost always.
That's the best way to do it.
That is the best way to do it, but honey, let's just be honest. Most people in America ain't thawing stuff out that way.
Thawing in the refrigerator is safe. Thawing at room temperature on a countertop is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
That's because thawing on the countertop still takes several hours, and obviously the product thaws from the outside to the inside. That means that the outside of the product will be in the danger zone for too long.
Danger
zone? And there's a risk that food poisoning bacteria will grow.
The danger zone is a range of temperatures between 40 and 140 degrees, within which food poisoning bacteria quickly multiply. Leaving any meat or poultry product in the danger zone is an invitation to food poisoning.
Yeah.
Well, what about an evening like tonight, Robert? Suppose more people than you figured on show up.
I'll show you. I have to thaw this frozen one for tonight anyway. Excuse me. I put it in a clean pan. Put it in the sink. Then I run cold water on it until it's thawed.
How long does that take?
Oh, maybe an hour or two.
Wait a minute now. I remember taking home ec way back in the day, girls, and they said don't ever do this. Well, I don't know. Now I don't know. I'm confused. This is from the USDA. But for mine, Maddie, what are your thoughts on this, honey?
Make sure you don't stop up the drain.
Highway to the danger zone.
That's by the book.
Okay, Robert, you're making a believer out of me.
Oh, it got so loud all of a sudden.
But, humor me. Tell me about the cooking process.
All right, fine. First, let me wash my hands. Excuse me.
Yeah, I understand thawing in cold water, but I remember them saying don't ever do this. I always just use my microwave, y'all. I'm just being honest. It has the inverter technology.
Now, we like to do our cooking at the last minute, just before we serve. Now, we'll put these vegetables into this steamer 10 minutes before lunch is served, which is...
Jesus Christ, did she really need to throw that meat that fast at him? She could have hit him in the giant, honey. Look at her throw this.
Steamer 10 minutes before lunch is served.
Jesus Christ, what if there was oil there, honey? It's like she's loading up a bomb for World War III on a sub, honey.
Which is right now. Thank you, Kathleen.
That's called batch cookery. That way the food is either safe in the refrigerator or is actually being cooked, with no exposure at room temperature.
Okay, how do you know when something is completely cooked?
Well, I always use a chef's thermometer.
This guy's an actor now, and I cannot place him. He looks so familiar. I mean, he's a well-known actor. Probably when he filmed this, he was just an up-and-comer, but I cannot think of his name, but I know him.
I'll show you.
I hope that's clean if it came out of his pocket.
Now, how do you know that that thermometer is not already contaminated?
Because he just used it for his anal temperature, honey. What do you mean? That is not Denzel Washington.
Because we sanitize them after every use. Since this one hasn't been sanitized already, I use a swab.
Okay. Honey, he ain't playing around, is he?
Notice how Robert inserts the thermometer into the thickest section of the meatloaf.
Ah, this one's ready. The suggested temperatures for serving specific kinds of meat and poultry
Hello,
vary.
Brian.
But I like to cook my meatloaf to 165 degrees to be safe.
Honey, I thought you cooked my meat. I mean, I'm just being an honest woman. I'm just being an honest woman. Anytime you want to put a turkey in my easy bank.
Okay, it's obvious that Benny never worked here. This is a quality operation. Sorry, Robert.
You're sorry. Okay, no hard feelings. Hold on, Sergeant. You know, I didn't pay any attention to this Benny fella. I was just trying to get him out of here. But I do recall that he mentioned some school.
Yeah, which one?
School for girls.
Well, it was,
Oh my God, what if he's going to work for the school for girls? Seriously, Mrs. Garrett, watch out, honey.
Fillmore Junior High, I think, but I'm not sure.
Thanks. Let's go.
Abstract. I'll try to keep it PG-13, honey. Uh-oh. I think she's coming up to get someone to bread. Uh-oh. Did she wait a minute. She's what? She's got no gloves on. She's picking up a hot pan out of the oven. She's got no gloves on. Honey, you're going to burn your hand. Oh my God, look at her. Oh my God. Won't be no
By now,
bacteria
I
on
knew
her
that what
hand.
inspected between 40-degree bacteria fridge cooking about Benny, and in a way, I was right.
You like pigeon, but it's so small. You eat pigeon, Pricey?
He was a danger, and we had to find out if he worked at Fillmore Junior High. But I learned that in the food...
Oh, God. Have I ever told you that one time? I went to New Orleans. Oh, God, this is so long ago. We flew in, and we went to New Orleans, and we were, visiting. And we went to, like, this street, like, marketplace or whatever. And we were going through the market, and it was really nice. A lot of different artists and stuff. I mean, if you've never been to New Orleans and going to the market, it's, like, right in front of the, like the big church, and then they got a really market where anybody can sell anything. And there's so many people that are there painting, just so much art. Honey, if I would spend forever buying everything from everybody, just amazing art, We went to the park, and I don't make fun, because I think everybody should have a roof over their head. And, obviously, I'm all for the socialism, honey. So we shouldn't have any homeless in this country. But it was so shocking to me because, the homeless population there, they wear like leather and stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever been there and y'all seen this, but a lot of them, it's like a sect of homeless. It's not like just your normal homeless people. right? It's like there's homeless people wearing leather and stuff, and I don't know where deer leather. I'm talking leather, okay? With dreadlocks and stuff, and of all races, white, black, Latino. Okay, and I kid you not, we're talking like they made the jackets, and stuff out of leather. I don't want to say what I think it might be. So, anyways, they had little cages, and they were catching pigeons in the park, y'all. I kid you not, and cooking them. I swear to God, I'm not joking. I was like, oh my God, and I'm not shaming nobody. Do what you got to do, boo. Because if you're going to eat it, then eat it. But it was just so shocking to me because I'm like, just walking through the park and then you see, all these pigeons in cages that they have caught and they're just, doing the business right there, y'all. I don't know. It was very shocking, though. Sad that it even happens in America, though. It really is. Horrible.
In the service industry, contamination refers to a variety of identifiable problems with specific solutions. A little voice in the back of my mind kept telling me that the school had more problems than solutions. The food service operation might look good on the surface, but a closer
Why is she walking like that all of a sudden?
Examination was necessary. As it turned out, Inspector Bryant agreed with me.
Who's in charge here?
Of the kitchen?
Yes.
Mrs. Sanchez. She's over by the walk-in with the delivery man.
Thank you.
Yeah, here you got your green beans and your pickles, and then
Is that a wing? Honey.
over here you got your peanut butter, your potato chips.
Mrs. Sanchez? Yes? I'm Health Inspector Bryant.
What is going on with his hair?
No. Yes.
Oh, she's running, honey.
And this is Sergeant Turner of the city.
Oh. Now, how smart are you? You're running inside a freezer, honey.
Mrs. Sanchez? Yes?
Do you recognize this man?
Shake her down.
Excuse me.
What is she doing? Honey, you cannot play house inside of a freezer, hon.
Mrs. Sanchez. Excuse me, pal. Huh?
I don't think I could eat a pigeon. Pigeons have helped us deliver mail for millions of years, y'all. I couldn't do that. I used to use carrier pigeons back in the day. I couldn't do that. All of a sudden you send a letter and then it never comes back because your Aunt Teresa ate it. I mean, that's horrible.
Mrs. Sanchez?
Yes?
I'd like to talk to you some more about this
Pigeons
man.
are
Did he come in and
smart.
apply
I
for a
don't eat
job
anything
yesterday?
that's smart.
Yes? Did you hire him? No.
Can you tell us any more about it?
Excuse me, but I am very busy. Mrs. Sanchez! Yes? Do you mind if we look
What? Can you grab her and shake her down already?
around until you're free? No. Go right ahead. Why should I mind?
She would not keep slamming that door on me, honey. Oh, hell to the no, baby. Shake her down, Mesa.
She seems awfully nervous.
Lock her in there.
Maybe she likes refrigerators.
Foodstuff stored on shelves at least 6 inches from the floor.
For the rats.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Rats and roaches.
Good personal hygiene. A hairnet and gloves on the service line.
And your cooter stinks. I mean, your cooter doesn't stink. Cooter check. Oh, she's testing the chicken, baby.
Meat held and served above 140 degrees.
Could you imagine if you were just sitting there eating and she comes in and sticks your meat with a thermometer? Be kind of awkward, wouldn't it? No. Raw meat hanging over veggies. Now they've got a felon for that.
Well, at least they're thawing the meat in the refrigerator.
So everything seems up to spec.
What?
Huh?
Not quite.
It's over the grains.
Take a closer look.
Oh, bloody grains, honey.
Oh, that doesn't look too good.
You should always thaw meat on the lowest shelf. It's a classic case of contamination.
Duh.
Sometimes it's called cross-contamination.
We know some people that do it mighty well.
Cross-contamination?
It's a subtle sanitation problem and therefore can be very dangerous. But it can be prevented. Come on, let's take a look. Notice that the raw product is handled on a counter well away from the oven.
Now she just touched it. She's touching everything with her dirty gloves.
When the cooked chicken is finished baking, it will be taken from the oven and placed in a steam table without ever coming in contact with the counter on which the raw product
Oh, she's getting pissed that she's standing behind her.
was handled.
Slap her with the meat, honey.
There are, in short, separate areas for raw and cooked product. Now, that's a good idea.
What's the difference?
Come on, go off on her. You know you want to. She's right behind you, talking shade about the place where you work. Hit her in the face with a steak.
Chicken is chicken.
Chicken.
Makes a big difference when it comes to food safety.
You know, why don't we have, like, chicken steaks? Has anybody ever thought about that? Why don't we ever have a cut of chicken that's cut like a steak?
You see, raw chicken is often contaminated with salmonella, a bacteria that is very harmful. Mixing cooked and raw chicken together is not safe.
It's not?
Is cooked chicken safe?
When it's thoroughly cooked, it is. The problem is...
You know, I had some chicken medium rare the other day, and I'm just fine. I'm just fine, everybody.
That the harmful salmonella bacteria can be found in almost anything that's come in contact with the raw product, such as the cutting board, a knife, a pair of tongs, or even human hands. If, for example, the cooked chicken were placed on the same cutting board where the raw chicken was trimmed, there would be a definite risk of contaminating the cooked chicken.
Oh, a tooth extraction, honey. Hope you're feeling better.
Separating the raw and cooked product lessens that risk. Using an acrylic...
Maddie says, I ain't chicken sushi all the time. Maddie, I was going to ask you what your giant secret was.
Cutting board, like the one she's using, is another big advantage.
Look at this girl. This girl's about to go off on her. Honey? She's like, say one more thing, hon. Come on.
An acrylic board is much easier to sanitize.
Oh, she looks like Nicki Minaj, doesn't she?
But you have to do it the right advantage. An acrylic board.
She does. She looks like Nicki.
Board is much easier to sanitize, but you have to do it the right way. Come with me.
Oh, she should have went off on her.
Acrylic cutting boards gradually accumulate grooves from knives and cleavers.
Yeah.
You need to scrub them conscientiously with a brush, and then use the 3-step process as they're using here.
Or just use 100% bleach like I do. I don't use water anymore to wash my dishes or when I run the dishwasher. I have it hooked up to a bleach container, and I just cycle the same bleach through it, y'all. 100%.
The 3-step process?
Right. The first sink contains detergent and hot water. This is where food soil and grease is removed. The middle sink is for rinsing. This is where you get rid of remaining food material and any detergent residue.
You know, a real talk though, some people's water is actually too hot. I was reading a study about, oh God, was it a couple weeks ago? And they said actually you don't want to use too hot of a water. And the reason is it could actually cause some proteins in food to seize up and stick harder on the surface.
The third and final sink is for a sanitizing solution. Now, because some sanitizing agents don't work in the presence of organic material, it is essential that the first 2 steps are carried out diligently. The cutting board and any utensils that may have come in contact with the raw product must be processed carefully at each stage.
But what if you've only got 2 sinks?
Well, then you drain one of the others at the end of the stage and fill it with the sanitizing solution.
Most places are not using a sanitizing solution, honey. I'm just being honest with you.
And what's that line for?
Oh, it's just a visual reminder of how to create a sanitizing solution of adequate strength. You add 2 ounces of sanitizing solution, then fill the sink with water to the line indicated by the tape. And of course, the only foolproof method is to test the water with a test kit.
Oh, honey, they ain't doing this at your local Applebee's, hon. Come on now, honey.
That every kitchen should have.
Oh, really, Berg? I worked at McDonald's when I was in my teens, and we always sanitized.
See?
Now, they're probably sanitizing now due to COVID, but beforehand, I don't think they were.
Like this one. You see? This indicates that this solution is of adequate strength.
It's 2 minutes to lunch. We're gonna need more lettuce and more chicken quick.
You can first and foremost, okay, Red-Nosed Roxy, you're gonna come in here talking to her with some respect. We ain't having this shit up in here, honey. Oh no, ma'am. Throw chicken on her. Throw raw chicken on her now.
Be right out with more chicken.
Don't talk. That pisses me off. Oh, she's touching everything. Look. I'm touching that. Cross-contamination. Don't you. Oh, my God. Please don't use that meat-soaked lettuce. Oh, honey. Oh, honey, they're going to be shitting for days. Oh, my God. Oh, honey. Oh, they're going to be shitting blood. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, she said stupid, huh? Oh, she just touched the cooked chicken with the raw gloves.
So everything is basically all right here.
Honey, you better go back in there, hon. Oh, hell no. Oh.
I'm sorry. I can't let you take that to the steam table. Go get Mrs. Sanchez.
You know, the sad thing is, she was not trained properly, so she's going to lose her job because Mrs. Sanchez doesn't know how to run shiz.
That won't be necessary.
It won't be necessary?
What's the problem?
You didn't train her properly, and then you treat her like crap on top of that.
Well, your kitchen is almost up to standards, but there are 3 problems here that even Sergeant Turner could spot. Isn't that right, Sergeant?
Well, for starters, the lettuce was first contaminated while the thawing
juicy meat lettuce. Could you imagine?
hamburger in the refrigerator.
Right.
Like sucking out a tampon.
What else?
I'm going to need them to get their own show. They're pretty good at this.
The lettuce was further contaminated when it was taken out of the refrigerator and placed on the cutting board.
Good. And what about that chicken she has in the pan?
This worker touched the pan and the cooked chicken immediately after handling the raw chicken.
And she touched the doors, too.
Well, I was wearing gloves.
See, Sparkle. See, she thinks just because she has gloves on, everything's safe. Girls, they need to watch this video up in that house.
That only protects against bacteria on human skin. You contaminated the gloves when you touched the raw chicken.
We need more chicken.
Well, honey, you better go to KFC, hon, because you won't be getting it here, honey. Lord, Americans don't have to have meat constantly, honey. They'll be okay.
Well?
It's up to you. What do you think, Sergeant?
What do you mean it's up to her? What do you mean? You're the health inspector. Do your job, honey.
I'd say that you better
Hello, hooligan.
not serve that chicken. And you should throw your gloves away and wash your hands.
Right. And then you can serve all the chicken you want, except the chicken she touched with her gloves. And no lettuce. You've got to throw that out.
Okay, Darlene. You heard them.
No, because how do we know she hasn't been making this mistake with everything in there?
Throw it out.
I knew that there was something I should have remembered about Fillmore Junior High. You had an outbreak of food poisoning here, didn't you?
Yes, but that was several months ago.
And Benny was working here then, wasn't he?
Yes. Look, I apologize for avoiding you earlier. I guess I panicked, but I fired Benny right after the incident.
The incident.
We're not perfect, but I thought we were doing better.
Why did Benny come to see you yesterday?
He wanted his old job back. I turned him down. And then he asked me if he could list me as a reference. I declined. But he gave me the phone number and he asked me to call anyway.
Call where?
Mercy Hospital.
Hello, Bronchology, honey.
Recovering.
Look, you are doing better, but there's still some problems. I'll be back as soon as I can to help you solve them.
I don't know. I guess it's a love story.
Although I was worried about the captain, should use and other work sanitizer for right track. It turned out that safe cooling and reheating was the key, the part of the process where the conscientious food service professional is most likely to make a mistake. When we got to the hospital, Inspector Bryant sought out the food service manager while I went upstairs to warn the captain.
The music is very theatrical,
We
honey.
use thermometers to make sure we cook everything thoroughly. We're dealing with patients here, so we're better safe than sorry. Then we put the meal into an insulated container and send it upstairs immediately.
Okay.
Reheat leftovers?
Let me show you.
Did you come by just to see me?
Not really. We managed to trace Benny to this hospital.
He works here.
Oh my God, he's gonna really kill him.
Well, we don't know yet. We're still checking it out.
I hope not.
Oh, look how sweaty the left side of his body is. Ugh.
I just ordered a cold roast beef sandwich for supper. It's the first meal I've been looking forward to since lunch yesterday.
Honey, I wouldn't test it.
We try not to have leftovers. If we do, the quantity is usually much too
Why are they wearing hard hats in a kitchen?
small to serve our patients' needs, so leftovers really aren't a problem. We serve them in the staff cafeteria if we don't throw them out.
I am anime on the Twitch channel. Yes, honey.
If we do reheat, however, we always reheat to at least 165 degrees.
I'm gonna put
Going to the refrigerator.
I'm gonna put the link to the Twitch, y'all. For all the girls that are here. We're not ending right now, but I will be going live later on Twitch to play with. But I have started to do live shows also on my Twitch. So we're continuing the normal schedule on the YouTube. But then I cover a lot more things on the Twitch channel, girls. So if you're not following my Twitch, if you're not just gaming, you know, little reaction parties and stuff, I'm doing those on the Twitch. So make sure you're following me over there, honey.
This chowder. How would you do that?
Well, first we put it into the smallest possible container. Then we immerse it in an ice bath to cool it as quickly as possible.
That's good practice. Mind if I take a look in your walk-in?
Okay, what is going on with this porn music? Like, seriously, what? This is like, come on, honey. This is very, come on.
That's good practice. Mind if I take a look in your walk-in?
Not at all. While you're in there, I'll go check with personnel.
Oh, personnel, honey. This is how they always start, girls. This is how they always start. Oh, I bumped y'all away. I'm sorry, girls.
That's the point. Put on your coat and...
It's cold in here.
That's the point. Put on your coat and your hair restraint.
Hair restraint. Honey, that's a hand.
How's the captain?
He's improving.
Most of the time on the porns, they take it off, not put it on.
How's the kitchen?
Quite impressive. Reheating is a critical area, but they seem to do it well. They're extra careful to make sure meals are served at a safe temperature. So if there is a problem, I think it'll be here.
This music is horrible.
This place seems pretty ideal.
I agree. Notice how this hamburger is stored on a tray to prevent juices from leaking downward. Also, it's stored on the lowest shelf in a separate area. See how the sacks and crates of vegetables are stored above it.
Everything seems labeled.
That's good news, too. They identify the product, if it's been cooked, and when it was first refrigerated.
Broccoli cheese soup. You're telling me they're not making this fresh?
That way, product can be rotated according to a predetermined plan, and nothing ever spoils.
Yeah, how come there are so many shallow containers?
Because you need to cool hot food quickly to get it out of the danger zone. The best way is to break it into small units for most efficient cooling.
Or use that ice one thing that they have.
Container should be no more than 4 inches high, preferably with no more than 3
4 inches?
inches of food in them. And they should be separated so that cool air flows around all sides.
I agreed with Inspector Bryant. On the surface, everything seemed fine. Rapid cooling of food can prevent dangerous bacteria and other microorganisms from multiplying. Proper reheating can kill most harmful bacteria. And the hospital staff seemed to be doing things the right way. Containers, food, wrong. We were.
It says that these roasts were cooked early this morning and refrigerated at 7 a.m. That was more than 10 hours ago, but they're at 75 degrees. They've been in the danger zone for much too long. They still are.
What if they make
God, she's freaking out about this danger zone, honey.
cold roast beef sandwiches out of them?
That would be trouble. Why?
Oh, God.
Because that's what they're giving Captain Hemingway for supper.
Oh, God, they're going to kill him.
We've got to stop them.
She's going to spin and turn into Wonder Woman.
That looks like...
Oh, my God, he's going to do it.
Benny!
You're right. I'll get him.
He's happy to kill.
Hey, it turns out we did hire him.
I know.
Run. No, quick, get him. No, take the stairs. Maybe if they take the ham sandwich and put it in the x-ray room, it'll kill the bacteria. What? Who are you? You're not Benny? Wait a minute. Benny, did you transit? Good for you, Benny. You look pretty good, honey. What? I guess they stopped Benny and Benny transitioned and Benny lived her true life. Well, good for her, honey. Good for you, hun. Good for you. She looks good. I mean, I didn't think it would end that way, but, you know, everybody live your truth, honey. Okay. Well, you know, turned into transparent in the end. Oh, good for her, honey. All right, let's check out this. This is Big Man on Campus. Big Man on Campus. Sid Davis Productions.
This is Jerry Warner.
Hello, Jerry.
And he's in trouble.
Uh-oh. Again. Jesus, how many doors?
Being made, an
I don't trust any door that doesn't have a window, honey.
important decision that may affect Jerry's whole future.
Vice Principal.
Boy, I never thought I'd be sitting here like this. Sure, I knew other kids who'd been suspended from school and all the trouble they had, but I never thought it'd happen to me. Well, so they suspend me. So what? That's okay, too. The other kids will still think I'm a pretty big man. Only it is going to be a lot of bother. How come I got into this mess anyway? How come?
What did you do, Billy? What did you do? Oh, look at that hair hopper. Look at that hair hopper. Oh my God, it's what's her name from The Dolls. Welcome to the Dollhouse. Keep a slow pace. Don't run, don't race.
Who do they think they are anyway?
Yeah.
Just because they're bigger, they think they can tell everybody what to do. Make me feel like a real punk so my friends can laugh at me. What's the difference if I did run? It's a silly
Oh my God, look at that one on the right, honey.
rule anyway.
That's a beehive, honey. Somebody check that thing for bees.
I didn't hurt anybody. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do.
That was mean, Billy. So you're gonna bully the girl that's already down? It's not very
Those two
nice.
characters made me look pretty silly, all right. Well, I
Jesus.
show everybody what I think of that sissy stuff.
Oh, going after the gays. Going after the gays, honey. Coming for the gays. And you looking like alfalfa over there calling somebody a sissy. Get it together, sister. Johnny says this kid's canceled. Give him the paddle.
Well, it's not hard to make somebody else look silly either.
There is no way she would have felt no empty milk carton hit that beehive. Honey, you could be in an accident with no seatbelt going 90 miles per hour and hit a concrete slab. And honey, you're going to be just fine, honey. That helmet hair, honey, you are fine. There is no way she felt that.
Well, it's not hard
Debra at school, basically.
to make somebody else look silly either.
It bounces off that thing. Look, she didn't feel that. Over dramatic. She's the one that sues the Walmart for the slip and fall. I didn't do it. Billy did it. Billy, I'm gonna get you. Oh my God. You know, do they still do outdoor dining for children at schools, or they don't? I feel like that would be a better way for the kids to get their vitamin D. What is that on the wall? Is that a cross? I think it is Tan Mom. Is he pooping himself? Uh-oh, they're coming to get you, Billy. Oh. How in the world did he squirt the milk all over his face?
I didn't really want to fight that guy. I was only clowning. But everybody was watching me, and I couldn't back out.
Oh my God, these hot waters. Honey. This was the style back then?
I think I was chicken. Mom called the whole thing a storm in a teacup. After all, boys will be boys, she said. It wasn't as if I'd done anything terrible. Just a little fight. Surely the school has a rule against fighting. And when you come right down to it, I did start the whole thing. I guess I was in the wrong, but Mom was on my side. So what could I lose? Still, I suppose she had to agree to letting them discipline me. But 1 week on the trash detail, boy, especially in the girls section.
Now, see, I think they should bring this back, but this will never come back because parents just won't allow this. In the school could get sued. They pick up, crack pipe, a needle, but it needs to come back.
That was really humiliating. The other kids are probably laughing their head off, and at my expense. And then another lecture, just because I got an F in a home assignment.
An F? Honey, you need to do better.
Well, so what? It's not the school grades that matter.
Yes, it is.
But whether or not you're
Honey, somebody's going to be going to Bonkerville University.
popular, isn't it? That's the way to be, somebody rather than nobody. The most important thing, and I'd show him.
Oh, he's going to show him. Lord, hope he's not inactive.
I'd show him that I was somebody, not afraid of anything. I'd show him a real stunt.
What are they getting
I
on?
wanted all
Oh, a
of them to look up
bind.
to me, not to laugh at me.
Oh, look at him. Oh, God. Honey, you can't be this stupid. No helmet. Ah! Oh, my God. Billy.
It was a close call, all right, and I was scared.
The police officer
Really
needs
was
to give him a
dumb thing to do.
ticket.
But I had to play it through, didn't I?
Those jeans are too tight, honey. Somebody needs to write him up, honey. That is, what in the world? Oh, God.
Here it comes.
San
another
Francisco cop, honey, don't go near that man.
lecture. Someone else to tell me, do this and don't do that, even after school. The policeman said that I put myself in danger, as well as setting a bad example.
Who the hell are these people? What is going on with these jeans? Honey, this is sinful. But I guess it was different because this was California. California's always been so strange. Sinful state. I like to call it Cal-Sinfornia. Cal-Sinfornia. Love the sin, hate the sinner.
I got away with it this time with just a warning. And I was sure the kids were impressed that I wasn't afraid.
Oh, yeah, they're real impressed you almost got killed. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The kids were impressed.
Wow, you're such a badass. You almost got hit by a car. I want to be just like you.
All right. Anyway, some of them were.
Lord, can you push me down the stairs just for fun? Here, after school, let's go jump off bridges.
I wondered what all the others thought. Most of them didn't belong to my gang, of course.
His gang?
They thought that getting good grades and obeying the rules were the things to do. Sure, they'd sometimes watch when I did a stunt or something and laugh. I sometimes wondered if they were laughing with me or at me. Anyway, I was pretty sure my own group, even though it was a small one, thought I was a big man. That Carol, she was pretty impressed with me, all right.
I heard your breasts were
She was pretty
fine.
impressed with me, all right. She's okay, only I wonder if she's really the kind of girl I could go for. It may be just that, well, she's always around.
You smell like cabbage.
Only
Stinky
kind of
cabbage.
flashy, and it's certainly true that she isn't very smart. I guess the teacher was right when he told her that you can't keep your mouth and your mind open at the same time. And Carol certainly does talk a lot in class. At the same time.
Hold on, Carol's
I
got
guess
something
only
else to say.
kind of
I got my
She doesn't really
period
like
and I
good-looking
smell
either.
like a penny.
Kind of flashy, and it's certainly true that she isn't very smart. I guess the teacher was right when he told her that you can't keep your mouth and your mind open at the same time.
Oh,
And Carol certainly
teacher would be sued. Teacher would be having a lawsuit nowadays.
does talk a lot in class.
Teacher, I mean, really though, I mean, I don't think teachers should be punishing students or like going well beyond, but teachers nowadays are so terrified of like review boards, parents suing them over anything. It's horrible. Dinah's Pizza, Spaghetti, Rock. Oh my God, look at the gas. Regular 24, premium 26, and that's not $26, 26 cents. Hello, Sea Sparkles Corner, honey. Hope you're doing well.
Maybe the fellows of the gang weren't the greatest, but I didn't want to be left out. Like when the guys wanted to stop and fool around at Dino's.
Full around at Dina's. How we heard you smelled like a copper penny. Is that true, Brenda? Oh, did y'all, no, that was too much right there. That was too much. That, you know what? She shouldn't have done that. You cannot, nobody should be hitting anybody, and I'm serious.
But I didn't want to be left out. Like when the guys wanted to stop and fool around at Dino's.
Messing girls see it. Oh my God.
I knew very well that I was supposed to go straight home from school, but I just couldn't refuse. I knew I was doing the wrong thing, but I guess it was more important to be accepted by the guys than anything. I was very late getting home, all right. Mom was real angry with me. I
Hit
guess I had
her.
it coming.
Take her down. Hit him. Come on.
Mom said I was grounded. And had to stay home Saturday. And it wasn't any fun to have to tell the kids that I couldn't go with them after all. They knew why, and I felt I was losing my reputation for being
His
a big man.
reputation. Honey, you ain't Taylor Swift. Got no reputation. Reputation. Oh, spray paint.
That's when I got my big idea. I really wanted
You
to show
know,
him.
you know who he looks like? He looks like a young Jake Gyllenhaal, minus the body odor. Jake, take a bath, honey. Oh. Are they gonna huff it? Oh, wait a minute. No, they look too old to be friends with him. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. Not up in here. Oh, it's over for you, honey. Get the paddle. Get the paddle. Oh, this is why he's in trouble.
Well, I guess I have a good idea now why I'm sitting here in this fine mess. It wasn't just the one thing. I'd been wrong in a lot of things. I guess I just wasn't too sure of myself, but I wanted to belong. And so I tried to play the big man by showing off and by refusing to listen to anyone with authority.
And look what it got you.
Most of the other kids were getting along with authority okay, and it did seem to pay off for them. But everyone has a boss. I guess it's about time I learned that, too.
Yeah, time, hard knock life, honey.
Harry wanted to be accepted and liked and admired by his friends. But all his showing off and rebellion really just accomplished the opposite in the long run. Playing the big man, he had even placed himself and others in danger.
Get the paddle.
And created trouble for his
Oh,
friends.
why is it dark in that
But he was
room?
hurting no one nearly as much as
Don't
he was
go in
hurting
there.
himself.
Now, turn the light
Now he was called
on.
the Fume. Now he had to face music. But perhaps it wasn't too late. He had been wrong. He knew that now. Perhaps he would
Oh
get
my
another chance.
God.
Jerry did get another chance. He had taken an honest look at himself and
Lord.
had come up with some good answers. If he's smart enough to act upon them, then he is taking the first step toward growing up.
All it took was a little strong hands. That's why I said we need to bring it back in school. Bring it back. I say, bring the paddle back. Make America paddle again. Make America paddle again. Make America paddle again. Paddle again. Paddle again. Make America paddle again.
Hello, I'm John Marcello, Manager of Technical Education for the Educational Foundation of the National Restaurant Association.
Hello, Georgina.
The Educational Foundation is the educational arm of the National Restaurant Association.
Yeah.
Our mission is to enhance the
Yeah.
professionalism of the
Honey,
food
we just want to see you make food mistakes. That's really the only reason we're here, honey. I ain't trying to tell you no different.
And our customers.
Don't forget to like the video, girls, and follow me on the Twitch at Church of Debra on Twitch.
A fairly common food product. But first, let me answer some questions that may be on your mind. Why do you need to know about HACCP? What's in it for you to use a HACCP-style approach when you do your
Acid?
inspections? And why should you hear about all this?
Honey, come on, I want to see cross-contamination, hon. That's the only reason we're here.
Food involved. Our chicken stock has
Oh.
3-inch pieces of chicken bones, cold water, chopped onions and leeks, celery and carrots, and some mild
Does
spices.
anybody use leeks anymore?
Potentially hazardous
Nobody
foods
uses
fall
leeks
into the familiar
anymore.
categories of meat, poultry, seafood, and dairy
Oh,
products.
look at that cut,
So the
honey.
potentially hazardous food here is chicken.
Mm.
HACCP calls on us to think about chicken the way it flows through our operation.
Oh, I'm always thinking
Away
about
from the
chicken,
serving
honey.
dock to the dining room table. You must do the same. In that way, you can identify those points in the process.
Honey, a leek is an onion, and an onion's a leek,
can
baby.
be reduced or eliminated. And you as a food safety
Pokemon Farfetch uses a leak as a weapon. Really, Sean?
Procedures in place to prevent contamination. Are they being followed? What about preventing bacterial growth or eliminating bacteria altogether? So let's start where the food starts. Not here.
Not there?
Let's go back to the receiving dock where the food flow begins.
Purchasing and receiving.
Actually, HACCP starts even before the food is received. Early in the process, we decided that we would make the chicken stock ourselves from scratch.
Okay.
And get it ready-made. This was not a casual decision, but a careful process of assessing the risks, evaluating...
Assessing the... Honey, if you think some restaurant owner is assessing the risk on making a new recipe, honey, I've got some land in Bunkerville to sell you.
Our facility, equipment, training, and personnel, and deciding if it was appropriate and safe for our operation. Our supplier was another consideration. We wanted to be sure that chicken and all potentially hazardous foods were delivered safe.
Oh, yummy,
without being
Vanessa.
Time and temperature abused before arriving here. We'll talk more about time and temperature in a moment, but first let's get back to the chicken as we receive it. What we look for and watch out for during a delivery.
Okay.
Our standard operating procedure for accepting a delivery of chicken is that it arrives packed in...
Do y'all remember the big scandal a couple years ago with the Cisco, where like they did some investigating reporting, and like a lot of the Cisco deliveries, they were just storing like meat and all this food in just normal storage containers with just ice, and it wasn't AC or anything, and the meat was like thawing and freezing and going into warm temperatures. Then they would cool it down again when they put it in the Cisco trucks out for delivery at different restaurants. Do y'all remember that? It was like a big lawsuit or something over that. It was very horrible. It was like, and I think they were able to pinpoint all these different places where people had gotten sick. It's horrible.
Flaked, self-draining ice at a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4.4 degrees Celsius or colder. It must be firm with no discoloration. An unacceptable delivery.
And you can also use that poultry measurement on other things, okay? I'm just being honest with you girls.
Delivery would be one where the ice has melted, where the temperature of the chicken is higher than 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Where the chicken has lost its normal pink fleshy color, or where it has a slimy or sticky texture.
Honey, if it's slimy, don't use it.
Evidence of improper storage in the truck or contamination, whether physical, chemical, or bacterial, are also unacceptable. Those
why does the back of her hair look like a potato?
Are the standards we set for receiving. The only way to know if the standard is being met is to check each and every shipment, and that's just what we do. It's how we monitor the standard. One way we monitor food from receiving to service. And if the standards aren't met, if there's a problem,
stick it in there. Look, why does she have a potato stuck to the back of her head?
When it's a supervisor or manager is called, someone who has the authority to evaluate the situation.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
And, if necessary,
he's kind of cute. You deliver chicken to Bunkerville, honey?
Reject a delivery. These three concepts, the standards, the monitoring, and corrective action, are the structure, the framework of any good...
Yeah. Go back to the man, honey.
In terms of its raw food value...
Keep that hat on for future reference, honey.
Any food coming in is at its freshest and highest quality when it first arrives. Our job...
Let me tone him up a little bit. He's a little low.
...that it stays fresh, wholesome, and safe.
Wholesome.
That's where proper storage comes in.
Christian chicken.
Going into all the ways food should be properly stored is beyond the scope of this presentation. But the overall concepts apply to any food product.
That's right.
Again, we'll concentrate on chicken to provide the examples.
Love chicken.
We're demonstrating the flow of food through the operation. We have procedures to properly store food that we've accepted and received. These procedures were reviewed and evaluated by one of our sanitarians when we implemented our HACCP system.
What in the hell did you... What is this?
For instance, food that will not receive any cooking, such as fresh lettuce, is stored above potentially hazardous food,
That's
such
right.
as the newly arrived chicken.
We learned that in the previous video.
This is so nothing from the potentially hazardous food can drip or drop into the ready-to-eat food. All food products here are rotated using the FIFO method, first in, first out.
Fist in, fist out. I guess you could use that for my girls that go to the bathroom.
This requires us to accurately date all food when it arrives and when it goes back into the cooler for storage. Product that arrives first is used first. So the chicken that arrived here at the end of last week is placed in front of the chicken that arrived yesterday.
Sean.
For chicken, the proper product temperature is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 4.4 degrees Celsius for storage. That's the standard.
They do, honey.
It's a regular practice for us to measure the temperature of the food product being stored and check the thermometer of the walk-in cooler. Corrective action. Food product that has been time or temperature abused or has lost those qualities that we looked for when it was received, we throw out. Again, this is a HACCP method of storage and stock rotation. But any safe food service operation has to be doing something very similar to this. Otherwise, there is cause for concern. This brings us back to where we were at the beginning, to preparation and the ingredients in our chicken stock made from scratch.
Oh.
The procedures for preparation.
You know, he's bragging here.
Are designed mainly to prevent cross-contamination.
That's right.
Or leaving food too long in the temperature danger zone.
Danger zone.
Between 40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 4.4 and 60 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
To prevent cross-contamination, we use different knives and cutting boards for the chicken and the vegetables.
Don't you think you should take your wedding band off, honey? Because little microbes could be under there.
When cooking large amounts of food, the procedures call for batch cookery, bringing the food out in small batches and cleaning and sanitizing the knife and cutting board after extended use. Now that you've seen part of the food flow in action, and before we move on to cooking, let's take a moment to place this all a bit more in context. As a sanitarian, you will arrive at an operation where there will probably be a variety of products at various stages of the food flow. Obviously, you cannot follow each item through each step and evaluate whether the standard...
Oh, Monica, lose that blue dress, honey. Jesus. Who told her blue looked good on her? Somebody lied, honey. I bet you she keeps potpourri in her car. Just judging her.
...standards are being met. But you will, using the HACCP approach, know
French onion
what
soup.
to look for and how to communicate with
God, I
and
miss
work
French
with
onion
management
soup.
to improve their operation.
Oh,
For instance, food prep goes on
Ew,
mainly
what is that?
mid-morning or mid-afternoon when there are fewer customers and the kitchen staff can look ahead to the next meal. With an understanding of the way
I don't
food
want
flows
that,
through
honey.
the operation and the hazards at each step, you can judge the procedures in action. Is food being handled properly? Are the knives and cutting boards clean and sanitized? Are the procedures being followed?
I don't. If that's a tenderloin, they can keep that, honey. I didn't know one could look like that. How do I know they ain't cutting that off the cow's, man area? Okay, how do I know that ain't the cow's man area?
Are they appropriate to the food item? Is it being monitored?
Even more reason to go vegan.
What corrective actions are available?
Looking like a horse pain.
Whenever you do your inspection, and whatever stage of the food flow you witness for a
Food
particular
flow.
food product, you can evaluate these issues and make suggestions.
This manager lady, she looks like a Karen. I ain't dealing with her.
Now, the other points we talked about, receiving, storage, and...
Wait, Deb Hunt, it is the loin. What, the pork loin does come from the pain area? Oh, I'm never eating anything like that again. That's disgusting.
Preparation are important control points.
I don't want that.
We don't want to do anything to abuse the food or compromise its quality or safety.
Oh,
when we're
hell, I'm
receiving
never
and
eating
storing
anything
it.
like that again.
But we save the term critical control points for those points in the food flow when there is the greatest potential for contamination or the growth of microorganisms, bacteria or viruses. These are the stages where we can actually reduce or eliminate bacteria.
I don't like
and other
pork
contaminants.
anyways.
This
You're
is
not
the
supposed
time
to eat
of
smart
greatest potential,
animals.
but also greatest
You're not supposed
risk.
to eat smart
So
animals. Smart animals, if the pigs are very smart. So I don't like pork anyways. Never been a fan of pork. Just being honest with you girls. I'm not, After watching that movie, Babe, I was like, I can't eat no pig. Because look at Babe. First, I don't really care for pork. But, like, look at Babe, that movie. You know, Babe was so nice in that movie. You only eat stupid things, okay? It's the only reason I was with Harold so long.
Critical to minimize that risk, to identify it, set procedures to deal with it, monitor those procedures, and take any necessary corrective action. These critical control points are so important that we identify them or flag them in our flowcharts and our recipes. These must be priorities for you and food service managers in preventing foodborne illness in your area. For our chicken stock, the flowchart sets the standard. We cook all hot soups, stews, and stocks to the recommended product temperatures. Our recipe gives us the details. We bring the bones and water to a slow boil, skim the surface as necessary, and simmer the...
Damn, they don't play around in this kitchen, y'all. Seriously. All right, girls, I want to take a look. If y'all enjoy this, leave a comment below or in the chat, and we can come back to this. But if you're watching this after the fact, leave a comment. I don't think we're going to have time to get to Sarah tonight, but I do want to show y'all. So the other night I'm starting to do on my Twitch channel, Church of Debra, over there on Twitch. I do psychic streams where we watch horrible psychics and we get to delve deeper into it because, you know, YouTube has so many issues when you play something, even though it's fair use, obviously. But I think we'll be fine playing this one. I want to show y'all one of the videos we watched last night and reacted to that really just took me to another level, y'all. But I am going to be doing another psychic stream on my Twitch coming up, so make sure you're following me over there. I do the same thing that I do here on the Twitch channel, y'all. All right, so let's take a look at this. We watched this the other night, and I fell out so hard. Obviously, I don't believe in psychics. It ain't nothing but a scam, taking advantage of people that have lost loved ones. It's a horrible industry, you know. It's just con. It's just mumbo jumbo. But, it's shameful. So this lady was brought in because she is a psychic Tita, and she is conning these people, and this is really some next level she is. Okay, girls, get ready.
This is a question that's it's very important to me about my song. I've written the song, and I want more than anything else this one wish for this my song, because I sang it for my dad before, just a week before he passed on. And he liked it, and he said he was going to be listening for it. And he didn't know he was going to pass the next week. And
so
I
horrible.
didn't. And the song, it's like it was meant to be, just meant to be written. And I want to know, is there any future for it? Am I ever going to get anywhere with it, to have it recorded by anybody where it's going to be played on the radio?
Now she's asking about her song, okay? Asking about her song. And yes, this host, he does stuff like this. I think it's called Star Talk or something like that. He is so handsome. I'm just not in a gorgeous face. I really think he needs to be a model, y'all. He really needs to be a model. A gorgeous face. Shave that handlebar mustache off, honey. It only works for John Waters, first and foremost. And cut that rat's tail. Beautiful face. Beautiful face. Could be a model. I mean, gorgeous structure. Bone structure for days. Cher's over there in the corner chiseling.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody edited this one. I didn't want this one. Hold on, y'all. I didn't want this copy. I got the wrong one.
Not until he learns a certain lesson. He has to He has to own up to some of the things he's done.
My father? Oh, I don't understand what you mean.
Well,
I mean, he passed away. He was a very good man.
well, reincarnation.
But now, how does that affect my song, though?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
I was wondering, because I wrote the song and I sang it for him, but is there any hope for my song that I is anybody going to ever record it nationwide that it's going to be heard on the radio?
And he'll incarnate. And he probably, when did he die?
A year ago, November.
He probably hasn't come back yet in another life.
Hold on, y'all. I'm going to swap it. This is the wrong copy. Let me get you the right one so it's not edited. Hold on, girls.
Okay. You have a question for Psychic Tita? Stand on up.
Buddy, where it's going to be played on the radio?
Not until he learns a certain lesson.
Honey.
He has to own up to some of the things he's
Honey,
done.
he's dead. She ain't asking about her dead dad. She's talking about her song, honey.
My father?
I mean, she's barely here in the real world, much less in the psychic world, honey.
Oh, I don't understand what you mean.
I don't think
he passed away.
Honey, if she could be a psychic, we all could be a psychic, because this lady is horrible.
He was a very good man.
Well, reincarnation.
What? For a song?
Now, how does that affect my song, though?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
I was wondering, because I wrote the song.
Good night,
and I sang it
Georgina,
for
honey.
him.
Sleep well.
But is there any hope for my song that is anybody going to ever record it nationwide that it's going to be heard on the radio?
And just letting you girls know, so I did some investigating the other night when we were watching this, and actually, guess what? Her song was purchased, I kid you not, by Jive Records. And guess what song she wrote? She wrote If You Seek Amy, the song that Britney Spears covered. Seriously, y'all? Really?
He'll be back, he'll reincarnate.
She ain't talking about her daddy, honey.
Probably, when did he die?
A year ago,
honey,
November.
She's talking about the song.
He probably hasn't come back yet in another life.
She don't care about the dad. She don't... F daddy. She wants the song.
I don't think she understands.
She's wondering about her song. She wrote a song.
Damn dad. She wants fame and fortune, bitch.
And she wants to know if it's going to get recognition.
You have to get out there. Knock on doors.
Knock on doors.
I am. It's
Hello. Hi. I'm writing a song. Care to donate?
All the doors are closed. You can't find anybody to Oh.
So the lady in front of her, she's not 100%, and we got more into these episodes. She sees things, and a dark spirit is around her, which is from an African tribe, the lady said, and it's good, not bad, but sometimes it does things to her, so that's why she's freaking out a little bit.
Closed. You can't find anybody to Oh. You can't find anybody who will, if they don't know me, there's no one who will do anything to help. Well,
I hear Jamie Spears is free. Jamie, you want, now that Britney's gone, put her in a Britney one piece and get her going.
Did you tell her about Joe?
Tell her about Joe?
I'm sorry?
Why don't you tell her about Joe? We know of someone that could possibly help you.
Okay. With her song.
Okay. She says she knows someone that can possibly help you with your song.
Oh, well, I'd like to know about that.
My husband can tell.
David, the creator code is if anybody plays Fortnite and you make purchases in the store, you use my code Church of Debra on the Fortnite and you help a sister out.
Tell you.
All right, now, this lady's such a psychic. Okay, now listen, this lady's been a psychic for over 70 years. And she's been conning people, making money for all that time. She's such a psychic that she didn't realize she married a gay man, okay? Speaks for itself.
You can?
This is her husband.
Everybody, this is Psychic Tita's husband, Willie. Everybody.
On TV. Oh, there I am. Oh, and I'll ask
Liza with a Z, honey.
Tita a question, too. I wonder, will I ever become rich?
He's asking his wife, will I ever become rich?
Will your husband ever become rich, Psychic Tita?
I feel blessed. I really do. So, I mean, it's not...
Well, your wife's scamming a lot of people, honey. Come on.
Just
very soon.
She says very soon. Good.
I hope Tita's not predicting her own future. Life insurance policy claim. Live your truth, honey. Ain't nothing wrong. David Getz did it.
Good. I'm gonna remain his friend then.
Don't say that, honey. You'll end up remaining his friend for a long time.
And is it going to be safe for me to go home with you tonight?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now, what's it like to be married to a psychic?
What's it like to be married to a woman?
Is that weird? Does that freak you out?
Number one, okay, this is 27 years later. You don't get away with anything.
And
I keep telling her,
gay club.
Turn your mind off.
Turn your mind off.
Stop thinking, right? You can't surprise her, because whatever I'm going to buy her, say for the holidays, Christmas, I'll say, don't do that. Stop, right? And she also, if she's very quiet, I know she's thinking something and it may not be very good, right? So I can either live with it, which I can,
or she's got gas. Honey, I mean, I'm an older woman. I get gas all the time.
Say, okay, what's bothering you, right? But no, you don't.
Why can't you look more like a man, Tina? Tina.
Get away with anything. And that can be good or bad. You know, also you don't have to talk that much to each other because she knows what I'm thinking, so we can kind of... So it can be good, it can be bad, and it means you don't always need a cell phone. You don't always have to make a call, but it can also be have its ups and downs. But Tita is like a lot of fun because it's never dull. Because between the magic that she does at the house and rituals.
Oh, the magic. What, could she turn into a man, honey?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. We have some questions back here. Stand on up.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I was just wondering, my dad passed away and it's coming up to his anniversary.
Oh.
If you could tell me a little bit about him.
He's with you.
You're such a good psychic, honey. He's with you. Actually, it's in your purse right now. Sometimes when you put a tampon in, that's him. Okay, honey? He's with you all the time.
Okay.
You were his favorite child.
Wow. Well, I'm
You
the
know,
oldest.
daughters and fathers have a special bond.
Mm-hmm, that's Woody Allen.
Oh, that's nice to know.
That was nice to know. Thanks.
And he's fine now. He's
dead.
Not suffering anymore.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, good.
He did suffer.
Oh, nice to know.
Yeah, he hardly ever told us that he was ever sick anyway.
No, they never do.
Yeah.
Then when they
I mean, is she the psychic? I feel like she's the psychic.
drop,
When they
it's
drop.
terrible on the survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how about my love life? Is there anything in that happening?
It's kind of quiet right now.
Oh, honey.
Do I have a website address?
The shade.
I
You're
didn't
gonna allow
want
a
to
date if you
say.
do that.
I didn't want to say dead, but it's very quiet.
Lady, can I speak to him? Tita. No, he's dead.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
But it will pick up. In
When's they
about
gonna
2
pick up for her?
years.
Is it in the next
2 years. Oh my God, her desert's gonna be bare, honey.
2 years? Pretty good.
That's good. Oh, you know who I'm going to meet. Oh. What's he going to be like?
He owns his own business.
Okay.
And he's a divorced man. Divorced.
Divorced.
Is he going to have little kids or?
Pardon?
Will he have young children or?
No.
Okay.
His children are grown.
What's he look like? Do you know?
He's a rather husky man
Uh-huh.
with salt and pepper hair.
Okay.
I believe there is a Michael in his name.
Jackson? Oh, Tita. Honey, he's dead.
Oh, wow.
Good, look out for that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Well, thank you, and it's nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for ripping us off, Tita. Tita is a hot mess, though. Y'all, seriously, she is a hot mess. Really a hot mess. So, girls, if you want to see some more psychics, I do this on the Twitch channel. So make sure you're following me over there on twitch.tv. Let me get a link for you girls, because I've been really covering the psychics. Let me get the Twitch one more time for the girls. And I've got some psychics lined up, y'all. Seriously. I've got some more. Last night we covered one that was insane, honey. I'm talking insane. So insane, y'all. All right, girls. Well, I had so much fun. Make sure you follow me on the Twitch channel if you enjoy what I do. Thanks, everybody, for liking the video. Thanks for all the love tonight. Thanks for the likes. I really appreciate that. Make sure you're subbing on your channel, on your grandma's channel, on your library's channel, on your work channel, on your boss's channel, on every channel, honey, everywhere we can get it. But I really enjoyed hanging out with you girls. I'm going to go get ready for the Play with Girls on the Twitch. So if you girls want to stop by there, we're going to be playing Fortnite. And again, like I said, make sure you follow me on Twitch, honey, because I've been going live over there. And we've been really deep and diving into the MLM crazes and the psychics and some other stuff. But I had so much fun hanging out with you girls. Jay, I hope you enjoyed this video, honey. Loves and kisses, everybody. From my home to yours. Stay spicy, everybody. Bye, y'all. Oh, I need that outro song now. That outro song was really popping. Let me try to find that music. Because I was just a dancing, having a good old time, honey. I don't know if this is it. Probably not. Who knows? Alright, girls. I'll see y'all on the Twitch. Bye, everybody. Loves and kisses.